What's going on? What's happening? What's good, brother? Listen, we're going to get started. I'm going to let a few people get in here, and we're going to talk about a couple of different things real quick. Man, hope everybody having a good Thursday. Look, this is something that I'm hoping to be able to do on a weekly basis, man. I'm actually excited about this. There's a whole lot that I don't often share, but I'm gonna be a lot more open, and I'm gonna help people, really get to the bag, man. I've made a goal this year that I want to help 500 people go from being complete beginner to being very comfortable investing in the stock market. All right, 500 people, and it's for the rest. This for the rest of the year. For the rest of the year, I'm gonna help 500 people go from complete novice, complete beginner to being very comfortable and consistently investing in the stock market. And one of the ways that I'm gonna do this is by sharing a weekly stock pick. This is like my stock of the week. I'm going to come on live. I'm going to do it every Thursday. And I promise you, like, we're going to get to the bag together. All right. So what I'm going to do every Thursday, it'll take a little bit of time. Right now I'm interrupting the NBA playoffs. I know we got Cleveland and Boston playing right now. We almost about halftime. But I'm going to take a little bit of time. We're going to chat. I'll take questions too. So if there's any questions, you can drop them. You can drop them in the comments. But I'm going to share one stock that I like. Okay. And I'm going to tell you all if I am going to invest in this stock as well. I'm going to do this every week. Now, this is something that I already do in the Investing Uncomplicated community. I think right now our stock watch list has maybe like 35 stocks on it. But I'm going to come on here and I'm going to share one stock from that list with my followers. All right. So this is how it's going to go. This is my weekly stock pick. And this is the criteria that I'm using, right? Because I'm trying to get beginners invested in the stock market. All right. So these stocks that I'm going to share, number one, most of the time, when possible, the stock is going to be under $200. Okay. I'm not going to come on here talking about a $900 stock. I want this to be a stock that anybody can buy. I want it to be affordable. Now, somebody's going to say, well, it don't matter if it's affordable or not because you can buy fractional shares. Yeah, you can buy fractional shares and you can do that. But for the sake of my stock pick, okay, this is my stock pick. All right, I'm going to try to keep them at $200 or less. That's the first part. Second piece is in order to qualify, the stock will be at about 75% of all-time highs. What this means that it is there's still room for growth to the upside. Okay, so we're going to look for companies that are undervalued, that are trading lower, about 75% of all-time highs. Third piece is going to be, when I can, a familiar brand. It's either going to be a brand that you've heard of, you're familiar with, you've bought from them, you've used them before, or it is a resource for a tool or something that you use. Okay. Now y'all go ahead and make sure you tag somebody in here that need to be here. There's somebody that y'all done had a conversation before about investing. It's something that y'all talk about together. Maybe y'all hold each other accountable. Like tell a friend to tell a friend. Go ahead and have them to jump in here. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes. I'm gonna keep explaining this. Wait a couple minutes before I actually get to the stock. All right, but tag a friend, tell them to hop in real quick. But it's gonna be a familiar brand most of the time, or it may be something like, hey, y'all may not be familiar with this, but you need to know about it, okay? So that's going to be the criteria. And I'm going to try to make them, some of them have a little bit of longevity. The one that I'm going to talk about tonight is a fairly new relative to the stock market traded company, but y'all going to be familiar with it, all right? So where do you go to invest? This is one of my favorite beginner investing conversations. You got to have a digital broker. Okay. Shoot me a DM and I'm going to send you something specific. Alex, shoot me a DM with your question. Where do you go to invest? But I'm going to tell you, you got to have a digital broker. There are a few that I recommend. My personal preferences are Webull and Thinkorswim. It's all good. No need for the tier. We all got to start somewhere. But shoot me a message, and I'm gonna share 5 steps to placing your first trade as a beginner. It's a video that I have, and I'm gonna send that to you. But in order to invest in the stock market, you have to have a digital broker. The ones that I prefer, Webull or Thinkorswim. Probably Webull for a beginner. But don't forget, shoot me a DM. I'm gonna send you something that's gonna help you get started. All right, so let's get into it. My stock pick of the week. Okay, under $200, a familiar brand. It's trading at 75% or lower of all-time highs. All right, my pick for this week. Y'all ready? All right, pick for this week is Pinterest. All right, it's Pinterest. The ticker for Pinterest is PINS. Pins, PINS. Pins. Now, Pinterest reported earnings last week, had amazing earnings. But that alone isn't the reason why it became my stock pick of the week. It became my stock pick of the week because the company is getting stronger. It is trading somewhere about 50% of all-time highs. The big deal with Pinterest is they got over 500 million users, which is phenomenal, right? More and more people are using Pinterest. Not only are more and more people using Pinterest, but they're getting younger. Okay, Generation Z is the largest demographic that's using Pinterest. They have some really cool things that they're doing creatively. Like they figured out how to integrate like some e-commerce things into the platform. Basically what this means, kind of like on Instagram, now, people have their shops and you can just click on their shop and you can buy something directly through Instagram. Like we used to seeing that, right? We've all probably done it too. Pinterest has added this feature. So now people are actually able to buy things that they've pinned to their boards. Like they can just click on it and they can buy it. Another thing that they're doing, they're using more AI automations. It's helping with their advertising. Advertisers are getting higher returns. But truthfully, now this is something that came from the leadership of the company. Like they got more users. It's growing. They're still getting to a place where they can optimize creating revenue. Like there are other ways that they can make money. They just hadn't figured them all out just yet. And so what that tells me is like, when they figure it out, we're going to see this stock bounce even more. So Pinterest is my stock pick of the week. Now, this is something else I'm going to do when I come on here every week. I'm going to tell you if I'm going to invest in a company. Okay. This is one, Pinterest, ticker PINS, my stock pick of the week. Pinterest is absolutely a stock that I'm going to buy. I'm going to actually place a trade tomorrow. Now, you may be wondering, well, how can I invest in Pinterest? Okay. What you want to do is I just told Alex a second ago is you want to download a digital broker. If you're unsure how to do that, shoot me a message. Say, hey, I don't know much about digital brokers. How do I do this? And I'll send you some instructions on how to get it done. But you're going to go to your digital broker. You're going to search ticker PINS. Now, as a new investor, I advise people to dollar cost average. Okay. Dollar cost average is when you invest a certain amount of money on a consistent basis into the stock. So you buy a little bit every week, every month, whatever works best for you. When you do it that way, you get a lower average overall cost. Basically what that means is sometimes you're going to be buying the stock when it's low. Sometimes you're going to be buying the stock when it's high, but you're going to take an average. And so you end up with a lower average cost versus if you just put all your money in at one time and, the stock fluctuates over time. Dollar cost average. But the other part is it's easier on your budget, right? You don't have to think about, okay, I'm going to put $1,000 in today. I'm going to put $5,000 in today. That's not what we're doing. We're just getting started, right? So Pinterest is one that I'm going to invest in. I'm a dollar cost average myself. I'm a dollar cost average into it, but that right now Pinterest is trading at about $42 a share, very affordable. It's made some pretty big jumps over the last week. I think it's jumped about 18%. All right, in the last week, and that's all good. We cool with that because we expect it to go higher, and we're investing for the long term. This isn't a quick trade. This isn't a day trade. This is something we want to buy. We're going to hold on to it. All right. So next week, make sure y'all tap in. I'm going to be same place, same time, Thursdays, 8 p.m. My stock of the week. I'm going to tell you why I like the stock. It's probably going to be less than $200. It's going to be a familiar brand. It's going to be trading at 75% or lower at all-time highs. And I'm going to tell you if I'm actually going to invest in it or not. Man, listen, if you are looking to learn more about the stock market, if you're a beginner, if you think you're too busy, if you think you don't have the background to get started, look, tap into Investing Uncomplicated, to my Investing Uncomplicated cohort. Shoot me a message. I'd love to have you in the cohort. It's a community of people who trying to get to the bag, who trying to build legacies for themselves through the stock market. I'll walk you through it every step of the way. No questions too basic, no questions too simple. We got people in there right now that are getting after it. We just completed our 3rd week of class, going into week 4. Our next cohort begins June 5th. You need to be in that cohort, man. You need to be in the June 5th cohort. And so look forward to seeing y'all there. Shoot me a message. If you had any questions about anything you heard me say tonight, shoot me a DM. And I'm going to respond to you. I respond to all my messages. All right, y'all. Pins, stock of the week. Make sure you tap in next week.